Hello again, guys. I hope you're doing great. This lesson is for Hallelujah by Panic at the Disco. Now, there are some fantastic triplet fills in there that are going to keep you on your toes, but let's get straight into it, break it down so you guys can work it out and get it up and running. Alright, we're going to kick off this song with the Tom intro, which is actually a sample of Chicago's Question 67 and 68. Check that out if you want to hear a funky Motown track. Now, the other thing about this intro is that for some reason in my head, it sounds like when you were a kid and you go, na 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 na. That's kind of what this tom fill sounds like to me. So we're playing triplets, and we can just use singles, but you're just going to have to watch your hands, make sure you don't smack yourself on the knuckles. It's going to sound like this. So it's a pretty weird way to remember it, but I think if you use that kind of na 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 thing, it's going to make it really easy. So once more. Okay, we move on, and we've got a couple of bars where we're just playing that sort of Motown groove. Sounds like this. Then the next little bit, the snare drums go on every beat. And then we've got a tiny little fill that kind of follows along with the orchestration in the music, with the brass section. And then we go back into that same fill from the intro. So all together, that will sound like this. Then we're into the actual song, and the chorus groove goes pretty much exactly the same every time. Sounds like this, it's 2-bar loop. Then right at the end, we've got a tiny little fill instead of the snare drum hits, and that sounds like this. And then we're into the verses, and once again, they're a pretty repetitive pattern. It goes like this. Okay, as often happens, every now and again, there's one extra bass drum at the very beginning, so it's just 2 eighth notes. And then also in the second parts of the verses, sometimes there's kind of like a bit of 16th note stuff on the hi-hats, so you can kind of work that out and just add a bit of extra flavor yourself if you want. Alright, at the end of that verse, we've got a couple of stops, and it goes. Once more slower. And then we are straight back into the chorus, exactly the same as the last one. So far, so good. We rock along, and then we go back into another verse, which again is really similar. And it kind of has 2 verses this time. There's a tiny little stop thing. So it's just 2 kick drums on the beat, which I'm sure you'll be able to work out. Now, at the end of that verse, there's an odd little 2/4 bar that I think it's easiest if you count. So we're just coming out of the verse going 1, 2. Okay, so that fill is the bucket of fish fill. Snare, first tom, floor tom, kick drum, all nice and evenly spaced so that it sounds great. Okay, and then we've just got a little drag going back into the chorus. Once more. So hopefully that makes sense and you can grab that bit. Then we're back into our chorus again, and at the end of the chorus, there's one more epic fill in triplets, and then that's pretty much the whole song. So it's just the verse and the chorus sections are the big things that take up most of the song, and then you've got to get those triplet fills in there to absolutely nail it. So this last fill goes like this, as best as I can make out. That big old triplet fill is the very end of the song, and so besides the verse and chorus, the triplet fills really are the only thing to work on. I hope that you can nail it, because I think that it will sound great if you can get those up to speed. Anyway, happy practicing, and I will catch you guys at the next lesson.